The truth is here, 08. I am a Ron Paul supporter, but first thing I wanted to say is that I'm not here to whine or complain or to try and convince you to change your mind, to spam you, or to tell you you're wrong, an idiot, a dumbass, what have you. The main reason why I'm posting this response at all is just to say that Ron Paul is no Mr. Magoo, and he's certainly not a whack job or a loon or anything else those on the far right tend to portray him as. I think we can agree to disagree, and I think that it's wrong that many Ron Paul supporters are spammers, because I certainly don't like left-wing or right-wing spammers going around spamming people's videos with mindless, robotic stuff. But you got to separate the supporter from the person. And first of all, unlike all, or especially Fred Thompson and Mitt Romney, but Ron Paul is not trying to compare himself to Ronald Reagan. People like his supporters try to say that due to the fact that they were friends, and Ron Paul did support him early on before anybody else supported him. But just because he supported Ronald Reagan doesn't mean that he wants people to think he's Ronald Reagan. He wants people to think he's Ron Paul. And I think that that's what some of the other candidates are lacking. I don't want Mitt Romney to say he's the next Ronald Reagan. I want him to say he's Mitt Romney, and try to explain why he's the best candidate, not why the fact that he believes in the same thing Ronald Reagan does that makes him the best candidate. And I do agree that Ron Paul has no executive experience. You make actually a very good point. That is, in my opinion, is a huge flaw with him. Just because you vote the right way every time doesn't mean you have the leadership qualities to be able to lead a country. In his defense, I believe that, like any other politician, he won't be able to get his way with everything that he's trying to promote, which in the end will probably just disappoint all the spam bot Paulites, because they're going to think that, that he's not following what he says, when really, Congress is the one that makes the laws, not the president. Congress is the one that decides on going to wars, not the president. So there are going to be times, if he becomes president, where people are just going to end up being disappointed. He'll get low approval ratings and whatnot, and the cycle will continue, and people will go, oh, he's a terrible president. But I do want to disagree with some of the other things he said. Charisma, for being 71 years old, I think he has plenty of it. Backbone, you've seen him in the debates. He can get pretty angry, and he can really assert himself. Even when he's being booed on stage, he continues his thought. He doesn't get distracted. He's very compassionate, obviously. That's probably his biggest strength. Experience, well, I already agree with you that he has no executive experience. The fact that he's been in politics for a large number of years, he's been in the military, and he's seen what war's like firsthand, and he's a doctor, so and because of that, he understands a lot about the economic side of that whole healthcare debate. I think that he has some credentials when it comes to experience, just not the most important part. Political philosophy, with the exception of the war, I would think that you agree with him, unless you happen to be a liberal, but I don't think you are. And determination. I will admit that he didn't seem like he had determination in the beginning. He reluctantly joined the crew to become president. He had other people push him to join, and only now after his campaign is starting to catch fire is he determined to actually make an effort to win. So I just wanted to make my points out there. I know you'll disagree with them, and I respect that, and I respect your beliefs, and go ahead and keep on making anti-Ron Paul movies, because anybody who's a true supporter of Ron Paul, like myself, truly understands that it's all about freedom of speech, no regulation, and you can disagree all you want, and it's cool with me. So, take care, and peace, man.